Okay, hello guys. My name is Wesley Omondi of Omondi Reads. I run Omondi Reads on YouTube and on Instagram. I am a booktuber and a bookstagrammer, and I am a student. I am a writer, and I am an artist. Yeah, so that's what I do. Why do I read? Why do I love reading? First and foremost, to be a good writer, you have to be well read. So that's a good reason as to why I read. Second, I read to grow my language, given I'm a linguistics, media, and communication student. Third, I read because I love reading. I grew up reading. I started reading from an early age, and reading it's an awesome thing, and it helps you grow your mind, the way you think, the way you view the world, your perspectives of issues and stuff are uplifted. Yeah, you don't think like normal people do. You start thinking differently when you read. Yeah, so I think that's why I read. Yeah. So my reading journey, I can't really think of like way back, but I can say I started like seriously reading at class 5, and then my mom is a teacher of English. She'd get me book stories, and I loved my English teacher. Was an interesting guy. Give us books. Then when I got to class 6, I was elected as an assistant library prefect. Yeah, they had like not like a real library, but shelves full of books. So that was what we managed. So I'd take books there. I'd go read. I remember Franco Doi. Like Franco Doi was among the first writers that I engaged with. And before that, in class 5, my dad got me the River Between. Yeah, I read that in class 5, so I can't really remember a lot about it because it was kind of complex. But yeah, so the River Between, then Franco Doi, yeah, and there's small storybooks in primary school. Then when I got to high school, I think that's where I started reading like seriously, because then the set books and all, while people are waiting to read in class or exam or with the teacher, I'd just sit down and read the set books. Then there are these books, Goosebumps. Yeah, Goosebumps. I read those books. And then there are pesetas, majorly by authors from West Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, and then which other books? I think pesetas. There are some from Uganda too. Yeah, those are the books that I like started reading. Then came Jeffrey Archer and Douglas Kennedy. Yeah, so high school, I really loved reading. Like I'd skip a chemistry class and go and read Margaret Ogola. Yeah, reading was my thing. I think then I grew stronger. Then I came to campus and I met like a whole community of people who loved reading and literature. Yeah, then we just built like a network of friends who read, and since then it's been a whole interesting and awesome journey. Yeah. So I'm currently reading this book here, White Noise by Don DeLillo. It's an awesome book. Great stuff. I'm just 19 pages into the book, and I can tell the magnitude of like philosophical text and like concepts in these books. In this book is amazing. So I can't quite say what it's about because I'm just 19 pages into it, but I'll read um, the summary at the back. So here it is. Jack Gladney teaches Hitler studies at a liberal arts college in Middle America, where his colleagues include New York expatriates who want to immerse themselves in quote unquote American magic and dread. Jack and his fourth wife, Babette, bound by their love, fear of death, and four ultramodern offspring, navigate the usual rocky passages of family life to the background bubble of brand name consumerism. Then a lethal black chemical cloud floats over their life, an quote unquote airborne toxic event unleashed by an industrial accident. The menacing cloud is a more urgent and visible version of the white noise, engulfing the Gladney family. Radio transmission, sirens, microwaves, ultrasonic appliances, and TV murmurings pulsing with life, yet heralding the danger of death. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, it's an interesting book, quite nice. Okay. This book here was picked for me by my friend Peter Chege. Uh, he thought I'd like it, given he knows what I like, I guess. So yeah, and I'm enjoying the book. Yeah, it was a recommendation. Okay, so my favorite genres that I read. I wouldn't say I have a favorite genre at this moment, but I'm beginning to develop a particular liking for classic literature, by Victorian era novelists and Russian novelists. Yeah. Lately, I've been reading a lot of classics, a lot of Dostoevsky, Jane Austen, Mary Shelley, the Bronte sisters, and I'm loving it. I think I think I love books that have a lot of what do we call it? Say philosophy, romanticism, and just some out of darkness in them. Yeah. Then at some point last year, I started like reading African literature. I've never really enjoyed African literature, but there's this particular book that I read that I enjoyed, Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda. That's the only book I can say I enjoyed as an African literature book. The rest of our work, I didn't really enjoy that. Yeah, so I think the only African literature book that I can say I enjoyed is Half of a Yellow Sun. Um, yeah. No, no, no. Actually, there are two. There's Homegoing by Yagiasi. I like that too. But then I tried reading another book that had almost the same like setting and point of view. Ghana Must Go, but then that was a terrible fail. So I think African literature, I'm not big on that. Yeah. So I think my favorite genre would be classics, and it has to have philosophy, romanticism, sadism, just some dark aura in it. Yeah. And I think that's majorly it. I'd promised myself this year that I was going to read non-fiction, but then classic literature happened, and I kind of dropped my non-fiction books. But I enjoyed a biography by Walter Isaacson on Leonardo da Vinci. It was a great book. Yeah. At this point, I'd say my favorite book is Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. And why do I like this? Why is it my favorite book? That book is so insightful. Like it's a book that you read and it gets you thinking. You don't think like I don't know how to say this, but it's just an awesome book. The philosophy in that book is top notch. Like Dostoevsky is a genius. Yeah, that's my favorite book at the moment. And other books that I liked Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and my other favorite. I don't want to say favorite books or anything because I normally feel like it sounds biased because the guy is called Eric Jerome Dickey. This section here is dedicated to him. Um, he was not he is he was a black American author. He writes about just life being a black in the US, and just say the genre would be crime and romance kind of. Yeah, so he died this year. Before Dostoevsky, he was my favorite author. And why do I say this is kind of biased? You see, all these books here are like signed by him. I can show you a copy here. Yeah, so these are my favorite books, other than Crime and Punishment, and yeah, Giasi's book. Yeah, I think I think those are my favorite books. Oh, and I enjoyed Paul Kalanithi's memoir, When Breath Becomes Air. That is also another favorite. Yeah, yeah. I think those are my favorite books. I enjoyed reading Eric Jerome Dickey. I've only read one Dostoevsky, and I'm very sure I'm going to enjoy the rest of his works. So I want to add him to my like favorite authors list. Eric Jerome Dickey, Fyodor Dostoevsky, and I'm developing a liking for the Bronte sisters. I've read like 30 pages into Charlotte Bronte's work, and I'm enjoying that. So I think the Bronte sisters will merit. Yeah, those are like my favorite authors. Okay, so guys, I'll take you through a brief tour of my bookshelf, and I'll share a few things that I like about the shelf and the books that I enjoy most. Yeah, so here, this section here is Eric Jerome, the kids section. Yeah, his books here. Um, then there's here are French books for my studies. Then this section here is for books that are, what do I call them? By black authors, books that talk about life as a black person in the US. There's the Hege, Black Hole, there's Paul Beatty's The Seller of New Boy, and Dorothy West's The Wedding. Yeah. And then here is the African literature section. Yeah. There's Chimamanda, Half of a Yellow Sun, Purple Hibiscus, Americana. So I enjoyed Half of a Yellow Sun. There's Adobe Tricia. I do not come to you by chance. Also a good book, but not that much. There's Dance of the Jacaranda by Peter Kimani, an awesome book. There's John 30 Years Guilty, also another awesome book. Then there's a new edition, Girl, Woman, Other. I'm yet to read that. Then this is the non-fiction section. Um, I've read Leonardo da Vinci, Barack Obama, Malcolm X. I loved Paul Kalanithi, awesome stuff. Which other book? There's this book here on gambling. It's called The Man with the $100,000 Breast. It's also a witty book, very funny. Of course, there's the Bible. Then this section here is just this is called it general fiction. There's the Great Gatsby. Yeah, I've read that. I enjoyed it. Then the Da Vinci Code. I think everyone has read. Everyone who reads have read the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Then there's also kind of general fiction. There's Junot Diaz, Khalid Husseini, Traveler of the Century, The Object of My Affection. I love The Object of My Affection. I also enjoyed Junot Diaz, Drown. Yeah, I've read most of the books in this section. Well, not most. Actually, I've read all of these except two. Yeah. Then there's the classics. Yeah, my current favorite section. So there's Jane Austen, there's Emily Bronte, Charlotte Bronte, Mary Shelley, there's Tolstoy, um, Ernest Hemingway. He's also, Ernest Hemingway is interesting because like his works are, I'd compare him to Haruki Murakami, like very simple and straightforward. He does not confuse things. He just goes straight to the point. Yeah, interesting author. Then there's Shakespeare. I tried reading Shakespeare. I think I'll take a break. I'll come back after I've finished reading all the Bronte sisters. The English there is something different, but I'll come back. Yeah. So this is my current section. I'm reading from this section. So I'm currently reading White Noise. Yeah, and as soon as I'm done with that, I think I'll read this one here, The Prince. Yeah. So that's basically it. There are a few art pieces thrown all over. I said I'm an artist, so I make miniature wire art. The ones in my shelf, like this tiny bicycle here. Yeah, so that's basically it. Yeah, my two favorite beings. I have two cactus plants here. One is called Jerome after my used to be favorite author, and one is called Vinci. Yeah, two cactuses. Yeah, so that's basically it for my shelf. Okay, so my reading habits. I think the first thing that I normally have is a pencil because I do enjoy annotating books and underlining phrases and quotes that I enjoy and just writing stupid things on the margins. Yeah, I enjoy that. So that tells you that I can't annotate a borrowed copy. So most of the copies that I read are my own. I think I get attached to books, so I prefer my own copies rather than borrowed. Yeah. Then the next thing is a notebook. I normally have like annual notebooks for like noting down the books that I read. So each book has like is allocated a page or two or three where I like write the quotes that I enjoy, phrases or something, new words, yeah. And then I write a written review, like a sketchy one on the book. An example would be this one here, The Kite Runner and When Breath Becomes Air. This is from 2020, you can see it, yeah. So a notebook, a pencil. Then I also use book tags to mark like certain pages. So these bookmarks come in colors. There's the pink, there's the blue, there's the luminous green, there's the orange. So normally it's color coded. When you see pink, you know it's something to do with women or feminism or anything of that sort. When you see blue, it's a gloomy phrase, something that is touching yet brilliant. Light green, it's a witty phrase, a phrase I'd like to quote and make jokes or make fun with. Then orange is just general. Yeah. So that's how I use book tags on my books. And that's how I use the color coding. Another reading habit. I think I read well, or rather I read well in the morning. When I wake up, I enjoy reading in the morning than any other time. Yeah, that's my time, morning. Um, do I have reading buddies? I am in a few book clubs. Um, there's one, Books and Beyond by Lexa Lubanga. She's also a booktuber and a bookstagrammer. We normally have like, we read a book per month. Yeah. So those are my reading buddies, I'd say. There's another one by Troy Onyango, who is a writer that's in Kisumu. We also read books. There's the Book of the Month. Then there's the TBC Book Club. Yeah, I think those. Then I have like my friends at school who also read. We don't read the same book at the same time, but we do share. We do read like the same books, and then when we meet, we can yap about. So those are like my reading buddies. And at at school, we don't really have like a community of readers, but I think I'll do something about it. Then when I finish reading books, I like write written reviews and post them on my Instagram. You can check my Instagram. You find reviews of all the books that I've read. I do post them there. And I used to do, or rather, I've done one video review on YouTube of The Kite Runner, but I stopped doing that. I don't find it like an easy thing to do to review a book on video. Yeah, but you can check my Instagram too at Omondi Reads. Yeah, other bookstagrammers that I'd recommend you guys to follow. I like Julia Mbani. I like her bookstagram. You can check her out. I also like Empress of Buckingham's bookstagram. Very impressive. She does some nice book arts. You can go check her out. Lexa Lubanga, great work. Love from Ejamwangi is unrequited. It's unrequited love. Yeah, Lexa Lubanga is like the best example. If patriotism was a person, it's Lexa Lubanga. She likes Kenyan literature. Who else can you check? There's Introverted Book Nerd. You can go check. I'm not sure how to say his or her page. I don't know. I just know it's Introverted Book Nerd. You can go check their page. Yeah, I love those bookstagrammers. Then on Booktube, there's Soila Kenya, and there's this guy. He's not Kenyan, but he's American. It's called To Be Black and Loved. Yeah, you can go check those out. Yeah, I enjoy those. Okay, so in the recent years, I had like targets per year that I'd set for myself. Like last year, I'd set a target of 50 books. I managed 40, but then come this year, I think I don't want to stress myself too much with the number of books I'm going to read. So I don't have a target. I told myself wherever we get, we get. So you can just if you want to read, just read. You don't have to set targets or anything. You just read, and where you get, that's it. Then if a book is boring, just set it aside. Don't force issues. Yeah. When I find a book to be boring, I just set it aside. Like there's this book by Margaret Atwood, The Blind Assassin. I just set it aside. It's not my thing. Yeah, so don't force yourself to read something that you're not enjoying. Then when you go to Instagram, you'll see a lot of nice picture. On Instagram, as booktubers, we do make nice aesthetics for you to marvel at. You'll see a book and then you want to read it because everyone on Instagram is reading it. Don't do that. Just read what you like. Yeah, don't read something because people are yapping about it on Instagram, or because yeah, you read what you like, read what you enjoy. Yeah, and also um when you've taken like a long break from reading and then you're finding it hard to get back to it, I think just go to Goodreads and find quotes on that particular book. Because like for me, before I start reading a book, I tell how good a book is by reading the kind of quotes that are gotten from it, like especially these classic books. So I'll find the quotes, and if I enjoy the kind of quotes that are there, I read those. Yeah, I'll go and read the book. Yeah, so just go find out, and don't read reviews. Just look at the quotes. Reviews can be discouraging at times because a book can get like little or like a review of one, but then when you read it, you'll actually enjoy it, and then your opinion is different from my opinion. Like there's this book here, Do Not Dare Strong. My friend recommended it, but said bad things about it, but then I ended up enjoying it. There's this other book, Small Country by Girl 5. It talks on the Rwandese genocide, and it has like very ugly reviews, but then I loved the book. So don't read reviews before you read a book. Just read a book, then you can compare your opinion. Yeah. So reviews are just like personal opinions about a book. So don't use my review to judge a book. I might like it, you won't. You might like it, I won't. So yeah, that's basically it for like tips, yeah, and habits. Parting shot. So, guys, it has been an awesome time here, and I hope that whatever I've said is going to be impactful to you guys, and I hope that we'll continue growing as the book community in Kenya. We need to read. I feel like our generation is one that is not reading so much, and or something. Not that I'm against people who read on phone, Wattpad, whatever, and some stolen PDFs. I'm not against that, but guys, let's embrace like reading hard copy books. It's so much fun. And as an artist, I normally say I wouldn't like my work to just land in your hands for free after all the effort that I've given and yeah, everything I've done. So let's support these artists. For us to continue getting some great work, let's buy these things. Let's get them, even if it's a PDF or an ebook. Let's get them from the right sources. Yeah. So a quote that I'd like to share with you guys as a parting shot. It's from Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. She says, "What were the use of my creation if I were entirely contained here?" What is the use of your creation if you're entirely contained there? Don't just sit there and just be you there. Yeah, you get. Don't just sit there. What use would have used, like what purpose would have you served if you just seated there? Go out, do something, create something. Yeah, we are all talented different. We're all given different set of skills. So let's go out there. Let's not just die as. I don't want to just die Wesley. I want to die like Wesley Pro. Yeah, just go out there and do something. Yeah, I think that's what Emily Bronte meant. So that's an awesome quote that you should go and check. And what book would I recommend for you guys to read? A book that I think everyone should read before they die. My friends, just go and grab yourself a Dostoevsky book. Any. At this point, I can't say like this one. I've only read one, but I'm sure if you read anything by Fyodor Dostoevsky, he's a Russian author. He was a Russian author. Anything by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and your life will be transformed. Yeah. And so you guys can go check out my Instagram. I do post book reviews, book related content. Yeah, and just some nice aesthetics. You can go check that out at Omondi Reads. I also do vlog. I have a YouTube channel at Omondi Reads. I also talk about books there, and I'll soon start talking about my adventure as a cyclist, because I'm a wannabe cyclist. Yeah, so I'll soon start sharing my adventures there. So you can go check that out. Omondi Reads on both Instagram and the YouTube. Yeah, and I'd like to say that let's all start reading. Let's be challenged as young people to start reading and start thinking for ourselves. Yeah, let's not rely on Google to think for us. Let's start thinking for ourselves. And the only way through which we can start thinking for ourselves is through reading. Let's go back to reading literature. Yeah, just find your niche, find your genre, and enjoy that. And trust me, you're going to be a different person. Yeah, you'll start thinking freely. You'll be a free thinker. Yeah, and thank you so much for book lovers for giving me this opportunity, this platform, and I hope that we'll grow as a community.